Yo, what's cracking, peeps? T-Money up in the Heezy. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's doing well. Beautiful day here in sunny South Burlington, Vermont. So I'm going to try and make this kind of snappy. But I got a bunch of things in the mail. Fright Rags, Amazon, and I have something to share with you guys at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that because you don't want to miss it. Probably not. Alright, so let's get right into this. So, Fright Rags released their, the Omen collection like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a few weeks ago. And it was the first time in a long time that I literally could not decide which t-shirt I wanted. They were all super cool. So I opted to grab 2 out of the 4 that I liked. But I think I'm pretty satisfied with the 2 that I chose. So those shirts came in today. I'll show you guys them now. I got a cool sticker. I actually don't have this one. Big Trouble in Little China. Not one of my favorite Carpenter films, but it's still a great film. I just, you know, Escape from LA, Big Trouble, those type of Carpenter films don't tend to be my favorite. The more action, fun, I like more of the horror stuff, but I like them. So, so yeah, these shirts were super rad. I literally couldn't decide which one I wanted to go with, but I love it, man. That's so cool. It's the Bleeding Angel, the Omen tee. And it's never like that. Like, there's usually always one that I know that I want. But this time, oh god. So yeah, so I ordered one 2X and one 3X. So I'm kind of in like a 3X transitional period right now, trying to get to 2. So I ordered one for wishful thinking. But this is the 3X, and this is super cool too. I like that a lot. So yeah. Really awesome. It looks so much better in person too. The colors aren't really being picked up on camera, but you can kind of get a sense of it. But yeah, so really cool. Love both of these tees. The Omen. I only had one Omen t-shirt, and it was cool. It was like a classic one, and it was like the red corridor thing, and I think it was Damien. It was Damien, like the silhouette of Damien in the center. It was a really cool Omen shirt. I kind of wish that they had brought that t-shirt back this time around, because that was one of the first Fright Rag shirts I ever got, I ever ordered. And so it's old, and I don't have it anymore, but that would have been cool to get that t-shirt again. Alright, so let's get into the stack of movies now. First up, we have The Cleaning Lady. I had seen like multiple people doing their out and abouts run into this movie at Walmart. And to be honest, for some reason, I kind of was interested in it. I don't know. So I looked up the synopsis. I don't shop at Walmart like hardly ever. So I ordered this from Amazon. But it just sounded, I watched the trailer at work, and it kind of looked cliche and run-of-the-mill, but it kind of looked well made at the same time. Not really low budget looking, but I don't know. Yeah, just like a psychotic cleaning lady that like has this obsession with her client, or whatever you call it, the person whose house she cleans, and shit goes down. Kind of a traditional like psychological horror movie, I guess you could say. So The Cleaning Lady, it looked good from the preview, so I took a chance on that one. So I got a bunch of stuff from like last Tuesday, because I know there's a lot of stuff that came out. So I grabbed the Scooby-Doo movies, and I actually am a dumbass that I didn't realize that these were movies, and I thought these were like episodes, because I have like the Scooby-Doo van that has like all the seasons on DVD, which is cool, but I wanted to upgrade to Blu-ray, but my dumbass didn't read the fine print, and it's the almost complete movie collection. So that's cool though, because I love Scooby-Doo. I grew up just like so many people watching Scooby-Doo. I can remember we would go to this like motel in New Hampshire, and there was like a lake, and there was like a dock, and like I remember Scooby-Doo always like on the box TV, like the old TV playing in the hotel room, and I just have such fond memories of this TV show. So I mean, who didn't grow up with Scooby-Doo? The original. I'm not a big fan. I tried to watch one of the new ones with like the wrestling it was like a Scooby-Doo and the wrestling mystery or something like that. And the voiceovers now, they don't work for me. I like the original Scooby-Doo lineup, the original Scooby-Doo voiceovers. I just can't get down with the new age Scooby. But anyways, this will be fun because I don't recall seeing the movies very often. I watched a lot of the TV show as a kid. So we'll see. Apparently there's like eight. There is like 8 episodes in this that were, for legal issues, I guess, never released, I believe. And they got all of them pretty much, except for one, I think, that had to do with the Addams Family. They couldn't get the rights secured for that one, but that's cool. So yeah, there's like tons of guest stars from these movies: the Harlem Globetrotters, Dick Van Dyke, the Three Stooges, Don Knotts, Sonny and Cher, Laurel and Hardy. Excuse me, I'm chewing on my Fright Rags thing. So it's a 2-disc set, I think. Yep. Oh, cool. So disc 1. I can get a look at what's on it. The episodes. And then second sides up. There you go. Cool. So that's Scooby-Doo, the almost complete movie series. Alrighty. I had to do it. You know what? I didn't own these movies on Blu-ray, so I figured what better time than now, 4K. A little pricey. I would have liked, well, they weren't bad for a brand new movie. These were $24.99 each, but I would have, I don't know. I didn't want to wait for whatever reason. I mean, shit, who does? Who wants to wait if you, I mean, I don't know. I love this movie, the original. Michael Keaton, arguably the best Batman, in my opinion. Yeah, I love the original, and I didn't own any of these movies. I own the New Age Batmans, but never. And I remember watching this one. This is probably the one that I grew up with, I would say. I watched this one the most, like, throughout my childhood. Always loved the Penguin in this one. So good. So good. Catwoman's sexy in that suit in this. Whew. Oh yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer was a great Catwoman. Alright, and then Batman Forever. Fun. I don't mind it, you know. Goofy. So Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are 2 that I have not seen in a long time. And it's funny because they're the ones that came out later, but I'm not a huge fan of these movies, but I wanted to revisit them. And, you know, people talk a lot of shit about Batman and Robin, but I can't wait to see Arnold in that fucking ice suit. The Ice Mr. Freeze. So, that's right. And, Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. This will be fun. These will be fun to revisit. Yeah, so awesome. 4Ks of all 4 of the original Batman movies. And I'm down because I like the original series way better than the Christopher Nolan Batmans. So, these are just way more, like, I don't know, they're more fun to me, for sure. Alright, it's almost more of like a comic book adaptation feel, too. Alright, what next? Let's get into this one. Interesting film. I had seen this, I actually got this from eBay. I had seen this kind of just in like your movies you might be interested in list for a long time. It's from Peter Jackson, and apparently it is a groundbreaking documentary, excuse me, about the First World War. And it says it's directed by Peter Jackson, marking the centenary of the First World War. I'm such a dumbass. What does centenary mean? Internationally renowned director Peter Jackson uses the voices of the veterans combined with original archival footage to bring life the reality of war to the front line for a whole new generation. Footage has been colorized and transformed with modern production techniques to present never before seen detail, the making of They Shall Not Grow Old. So some sort of war documentary done by Peter Jackson. Blu-ray DVD combo pack. This was really not cheap. For whatever reason, it's been out since 2018, so it's fairly new release. But yeah, I couldn't find it for under 25 bucks on eBay or Amazon or anything, so probably not widely distributed would be my assumption, although it's Warner Brothers, so I could totally be wrong. But just seems like, I don't know, strangely or overly, what's the word, just more expensive than I would think. You know, but we'll see. And all right, so this next one I don't know anything about either. The Last Warning. It's from 1929. It's a silent film. The cover artwork, honestly, was what pulled me in on this one. This is a nice release. 2-disc set of Gods and Monsters: The Last Warning. Get a nice booklet. 2 discs, Blu-ray DVD combo, I believe. Remastered in 4K. Based on the story of The House of Fear by Wadsworth Camp. Adapted from Thomas Fallon's 1922 Broadway play of the same name. The Last Warning is based on the story of blah, blah, blah. I already said that. And centers on an unsolved murder that occurs during a live Broadway performance. When the victim's body goes missing, the death remains unsolved and the theater is condemned. That is, until years later when a suspicious new producer arrives to restage the play with the original cast and crew. Accompanied by a newly recorded score from Arthur Barrow, Flicker Alley is proud to present Universal Pictures' new 4K restoration of the 1920s silent classic, The Last Warning. So, I'm not familiar with this Flicker Alley company. It's almost like, feels like it's like a Criterion style company. So, I don't know much about it. But if you guys could, you know, cue me in on some other releases or something like that. But really nice release. I was impressed with this one. So, I'm going to check that out for sure. All right, and let's see. Before we get into the media books, so I got this one in the mail yesterday, and I'm really excited for it. I had the DVD. I actually got the DVD for 70 cents when our local FYE was going out. Of one of our 2 local FYEs in Burlington was going out. They had a clearance on movies, and I grabbed Shredder for 70 cents. And I love this movie. It's kind of like a newer age slasher film. I think it's maybe like the early 2000s, 2001. And it's just fun. It's cheesy, but the kills are pretty awesome. There's a beheading in the beginning of the film that's just awesome. And from what I remember, it's pretty solid, run-of-the-mill slasher that takes place on a mountain. So you've got that whole dude, snowboarder versus skier vibe going on. And the killer, I think, is like wearing the whole ski gig. But, man, that chick on the back looks so sexy, too. Caught my attention for sure. But yeah, I'm excited to revisit this one, because I watched the hell out of it when I first got it. And that was probably 4 or 5 years ago now. So, let's see. I'm going to open this up. See if I can do this without tearing anything. But I was so excited, for one, when I saw Ronin, Scorpion, announced this. I was like, it's kind of out of left field for Ronin, I feel like, or Scorpion, to release a more modern age slasher like this. But super cool. So you get the really cool release. You get the reversible cover artwork, which is this is the original artwork that was featured on the DVD right there. And yeah, this is, I feel like there's one other killer ski movie that's coming out, and then there's one other one that just got announced as well. Or there's one that's not available yet, but there's one more that's coming. I'm forgetting the name, but I love slasher flicks, and this one's fun, so check it out, especially if you love that whole winter setting. And it's so cliche, like, you know, it definitely plays on the whole like dude, like bro snowboarder vibe. But it's laughably bad, but it's fun, and the kills are good. And yeah, I just remember really digging this one. So this release comes with a poster, reversible cover artwork. Special features include a brand new on-camera interview with star Lindsay McKeon, and brand new audio commentary with director Greg Hewson. Outtakes. They could have done a little bit more for this because it's more of a modern film, but at least we got something. So I want to check that. I definitely want to check that new commentary out, but I love it. Death to Snowboarders. So good. All right. Last but not least, for regular DVDs, we have a movie by the name of I'll Take Your Dead. I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. So I got some media books. I should have just saved that for last, but so wow, where to begin? I'm probably not going to open a lot of these, but I'll just share them with you. So first up, I got Who Slew Auntie Roo, which is awesome. I actually first discovered this movie when Kino Lorber released it, which wasn't that long ago. It was probably a year or two ago. And I really enjoyed it. It's like the 60s, 1972. Just a good old, like, Shelley Winters, Mark Lester, suspenseful thriller, I guess. It's good. I got number 27 out of 222, so these are not selling fast. You can always get an indication of how well a media book is selling by the number, I feel like, because when you get the lower numbers, although this was released brand new, it's like a week or two ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago, because it takes around 2 to 3 weeks for me to get these. They come from Amazon Germany, or Amazon UK, but NSM Records release. And it's basically just your normal media book. You've got your Blu-ray, your little pamphlet inside. It reads like a book. You know the deal. But I love it. Cool artwork, great film. So we'll open this one up. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it right now, guys. I was going to say someday, but I decided to pop it open. There's always that, like, moment when you buy a collector's item, at least for me, where I'm like, do I want to open it? Hell yeah, I want to see it inside, but do I want to keep it sealed and preserved? Because the collector in me just likes the idea of that. But really nice material, as always. There's your booklet, still of the film. Such a good movie. It's got that, like, just that classy 70s, 60s. Just the acting was so much, like, and production was so much more classy, I guess. I don't know how to describe it back then, but it was just, like, different. Good times. But anyway, super cool. Love it. Can't believe I got number 27 out of 222. Beautiful. These are so nice. I love media books. They're my favorite. All right, another beautiful release, The Return of Swamp Thing. NSM Records just released The Return of Swamp Thing, and they also released, I think, the 79 Swamp Thing and The Return of Swamp Thing. So, which one is this? This is directed by Jim Wynorski. Fun. I mean, yeah. Wow, I got number 293 of 333 on this one. So this one is selling pretty quick. If that's any indication of anything, I have no idea. I mean, I always wonder when they do the 333 editions, how many do they give? If there's only 333 of these made, how many do they actually give Amazon Germany? Are they like their main buyer or whatever? But anyways, and it's always strange too, because a lot of times there's cover A, B, C, and D made for these, and like Amazon will only have one of them. So I always like get curious about where the other 3 covers go. But I really actually, and this one in particular, I think there were 2 or 3 of the covers listed. So you had the option. But anyways, really fun film. I think the MVD Rewind put this out. It was one of their earlier releases. So I think it was MVD. It definitely wasn't Vestron. But anyways, cool. I love that cover artwork. So sick. I don't know if I said that, but look at this beauty. This one's thicker and like even higher quality than NSM. Wicked Vision, man. You know it's Wicked Vision when you see the eyeball in the logo in the corner. This company is super, they're killing it as far as German media goes. Just like super high quality releases. This thing probably weighs a few pounds. It's heavy. Dark Waters. This was released recently and introduced to me through the Severin release. I think Severin put this out. Nice release as well. So I'm probably going to keep this one sealed as well. But this movie is just really strange, and the imagery in it is really, it always stood out to me for some reason. I really dig this film. So, yeah. It's like, I think it's Greek. It's like a Greece geography. I don't know how to describe that, but yeah, it's just really oddball, creepy, and so this is a sick release. Man, I love it. It's so thick too. Like, yeah, it's definitely thicker. There's the NSM one, and there's the Dark Waters. So yeah, you can get this film from Severin. I can't read you guys a synopsis because it's all in German, so my apologies. All right, and last up, before one other thing, I grabbed this beautiful Blu-ray DVD limited collector's edition of The Great Dust Devil. If you guys haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend you check it out. The dude, Robert Burke, plays an amazing serial killer. I don't want to spoil anything. It's really good. He's like picked up by he's a hitchhiker and pursues this woman and sheriff in this town. It's just such a nice, good setting. Amazing. I think early 90s, Dust Devil. And shout out to Horrors Ball. I think he was the first person to turn me on to this movie, because I bought this limited collector's edition as well. I have on DVD, but I can retire that now because I have this beautiful release, and it opens like that. You get a booklet and 2 discs. What's back here? What do we have back here? Oh, cool. All right, so it's actually 4 discs, I believe. 5 discs. Wow. So you get the Blu-ray, a disc of extras, the soundtrack, and the DVD and the DVD extras, I think. So let's see. Richard Stanley's classic Dust Devil 5-disc limited edition set. You can get this right now on Amazon Germany, I think for like $40 maybe, and that's a really good deal because this is limited. It's probably going to go out of print. And then you get this sweet little booklet, all in German, unfortunately, but some stills from the movie. Look at those eyes. You can't really see them. They almost look closed in the image, but I have to rewatch this movie soon. I remember loving it. Moods talked about this one a lot too. Before I had seen it, he was one of the people who introduced me to it, I guess you could say. Alright, and I love this like technique where they put that little thing in there, the pull tab. It's like a cloth or whatever, not a cloth, but it's some sort of cheap material, but it works perfect. And boom. So really nice set. Love it. Embossed ever so slightly, just Robert Burke's character there, but so sick. You could see. Not embossed, is it? Nah, not really. It's just glossy. So nice, though. Alright, alrighty. So, last up, I'm going to do a giveaway. I just felt like I wanted to give something away, and I got something, an extra of something in the mail. It's been a while, so we'll just call this my giveaway for, in between whatever I'm at now and 1,000 subscribers, if I ever get there. So, I just want to know, I guess, what Scream Factory edition you're looking forward to the most for this year. And I know I've asked that question before, but it's a Scream Factory giveaway, so I feel like that's like probably makes the most sense. So all you have to do is comment or do a video and let me know. Actually, not so that was confusing. You have to do a video response if you want to win this movie. I'll Take Your Dead from Scream Factory and IFC, letting me know what release from Scream Factory you're looking forward to the most for this year. They've put out they've announced a lot of good stuff, and this will also be a good way for us to talk about some of the upcoming releases. So as long as it has not been released as of today, June 9th or whatever it is today, it's fair game. So anything else that's coming out for the rest of 2019 of all those films, because they're announcing a lot, and I realize they probably haven't finished announcing, but as of right now, from what's been announced, tell me what you're looking forward to the most. And that will give you a chance to win I'll Take Your Dead. This movie's pretty good. I watched it today, actually. Well, I watched it last night and I finished it today, but it's pretty good. I'll be honest, there were things about it I liked for sure, and there were things about it I did not like for sure. But I won't spoil anything. It's just about this gentleman who, his career is basically to dispose of dead people for gangsters. So, like, gangsters can call this dude up and be like, yo, they call him the Candy Butcher, and we want to have this body disposed of, and they'll bring it to him. So, you got to stretch the realms of, I guess, normalcy a little bit to get down with it. But he's got this daughter who's a pretty good actress, too. She definitely stood out. So they get this body, and the body may not be dead, and then it's like this whole pursuit. The people who dropped it off, the gangsters who dropped it off, they get word that the body is the person who they brought there was not dead, and it's gonna fuck up this whole deal that they have. So the gangsters come back to try and get, to reclaim the person that they dropped off there. And that's it. Sorry, guys, I'm getting a little tired spacing out here. But, yeah, I'll Take Your Dead. So if you're interested in winning this, sealed copy, Blu-ray, from Scream Factory, brand new. This may not even be out yet, technically, but it's coming out very soon, if not. So I enjoyed it. It was pretty good, straightforward, except for there's one issue. When they drag in the whole supernatural element, and you randomly start seeing visions of deceased bodies, and then the way that they throw that into the climax, it was just kind of weird to me. There was no reference to it really, other than like I don't know. I just didn't really like I was gonna say the implementation of the supernatural, but other than that, I thought it was a pretty solid movie. So it's worth owning, and you can win it for free. So yeah, God, I keep fucking saying that. Don't drop a comment. Drop a video in the comment section of this video, letting me know what Scream Factory release you're looking the most forward to coming up this year, out of everything that's coming up from now, June, whatever, to December, end of December. All right, thanks guys for watching. Catch you later. Have a great weekend. Yeah, so comment in this thing here. Bye.